Hello, everybody, and welcome to the last cast of the group stage from Winter Cup 2025 with me, gentlemen, and with a new caster pair. It's on the one hand AQVT,
Hello, hello.
and on the other hand Cooper.
Hello.
Hello, gentlemen. I hope you are doing great.
Doing good.
I'm
Same for you,
excited.
I hope.
Yeah, and let's go instant to the first match of today. It's Yosh versus Adafheyesh in Group.
Yeah, so let's take a look at the standings for Group Comet for a second. Looks like before this match we have Legorv in first place with 8 points. Then we have Jay Scarney in second place with 4 points. A tie between Banana Bread and Adafheyesh with 3 points, and then Yosh sitting at 0 points. So in terms of this game and the um, stakes, I believe that Yash is already technically eliminated, and the other four will make it through. However, this match does have seeding implications, as Ada could finish between fourth or second, depending on how this match goes.
Yeah, I mean, pretty wide swing for Ada here. Yeah, a bit unfortunate for Yosh that this kind of is a game that at this point has no implications for him, but yeah, Ada definitely wants to win here. If not, at least a tie will still get that 1 point game difference out over Scarney.
Yes.
Yeah, and then let's see what we've got for a nice draft here. We've got uh, Adafheyesh picking Spy Party. Pretty occlusion heavy set, which I think is a pretty strong pick against a player like Yosh, who definitely tends to prefer simpler venues. Your 3 of 5, 3 of 7s, such as that.
Hmm.
And that's really shown. I mean, with Yash's pick, video games better than books. You've got pub, you've got terrace, you've got balcony, and you've got courtyard. Which, out of all of the 4 of X's, is definitely the most straightforward of all of them. Just set of statues in the middle, and you're pretty much just hanging out there.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
Ada here with a ban of terrace, pretty understandable. Anyone who's been around here for a while and has been in the inner workings of the comp scene knows that Terrace is Yash's map. That is pretty much that's the best van you're going to get there. It's pretty clear. Um,
It's a sad band, though. We love
it
Terrace
is a
around
sad
here.
ban. We do love some Terrace, but Ada says no. I need to win, and I don't blame him.
Yeah.
Yash banning redwoods, breaking my heart, but also understandable. That's very much I would say one of the biggest, like, kind of skill curves of all the occlusion maps, just kind of working through all the trees.
Yeah, and Ada is, just kind of like Yosh with Terrace. Ada's pretty good at redwoods. I think he likes it. I've played a bunch of redwoods with Ada, so I think it's pretty comfortable for him. So I don't see this ban being bad at all. I think it's a good ban from Yosh.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And that gives us a play order here of pub 3 of 7 from Ada set, balcony 2 of 3, aqua 4 of 8, pub 3 of 5, Tayan 4 of 8, and courtyard 4 of 7. So yeah, this I don't like this for 2 reasons. Pub and pub. Moving
Yeah.
on, we have pub.
Yep.
So we've got Ada starting out as our first spy, and it's
As
going
Duke.
to be Duke. Got no, we've got our ST kind of near us, but we don't know if she's going to land in a convo. So not really anything too promising here for a strong chaos start, but We are going to see what will happen here in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Oh,
Oh,
looks like
we
we have.
are going to take that bug.
Yeah, we got it. Um,
Yeah, and we're
looks
not
like
even highlight for this. It looks like we just have a clean bug there. I mean, we do get highlight there, but I'm pretty sure that is just for the bar.
yeah. I'm not sure how Yasha's statue or Yasha's highlight system works, but there already are 4 highlights, so we'll see if he highlights wheels
Well,
here at bar.
he isn't highlighting wheels or seek.
Yeah, so we gotta think there is some
So,
suspicion
yeah.
on the bug.
Yeah, I was gonna say that might be a little bit of Yosh being sneaky, suspecting that bug and then just saying, "Well, you've gone to bar, so I'm gonna just treat it like you're just a bar highlight
Banana
and
bread.
wait to really put my laser on you until then."
Like,
BB comes off, 3 out.
yeah, and looks like Ada goes ahead and or Yash goes ahead and takes lowlights for fake BP as well. So he has a pretty good control over the party right now. I'd feel a lot better for Ada if he wasn't highlit, but it does seem like Yash at least suspects the bug. So we'll see what Ada wants to do from here. Not a lot of time for flirt,
Yeah.
but we'll see. Probably a statue finish if I had to guess.
Yeah, at this point with nothing kind of on our plate here, in terms of the flirt. Yeah, it's looking like just that. We're walking right up. And I mean, at this point, if you're Yosh, this is kind of a bit confusing. If you think that, Duke goes for the bug there, and you're seeing this statue finish after a contact, it's just kind of like, well, why didn't you just flirt?
Hmm.
And yeah, just gonna walk away cleanly with it.
Yeah, yeah, nice mission from Ada. Looking back, it does look like the bug was on screen. Um, can't really know for sure what if the highlight was for the bug or not. But yeah, it was a nice game played by Ada.
Just clean in and out game. But it's gonna bring us to our second game to see if Yosh can return serve as our plane twin. And yeah, we're gonna see how that goes in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Let's see how Yash will respond to this mission win. Looks like we're doing a bit of an AI control. Not never bad on
I
pub.
was gonna say sometimes a lack of a response can be the best response. But we
And
decide against that for the entire game
and
for the
sometimes, the
statues.
AI just sends you right into statues. So
And yeah, and sometimes the AI will finish the missions for you without giving you any of the credit. Luckily, Yosh, decides to just say, "Hey, I'm
oh,
taking my credit for myself anyway."
looks
We
like
do
we
get,
just
yeah,
looks like we just got caught on
sunshine.
the tree there, unfortunately. We'll see if Ada picked up on that. Yeah, looks like Ada probably
Yeah,
saw that and maybe a over one idol stay in that conversation, but yeah, looks like Yash just got caught there for some etiquette breaks.
yeah, a bit unfortunate there. That is going to happen sometimes. Pub just a bit of an awkward venue to kind of maneuver around every once in a while.
Yeah, definitely some laser shaking from Ada after the stop. So
Yeah.
unfortunately, Yash gets caught on the tree, and that'll bring us to 2-0 Ada after pub. So now we'll be moving on to balcony, everybody's favorite venue.
Hey,
So
I just think it's neat.
it is neat. You gotta
Yeah, it's
appreciate it, even if you're
neat and
not.
petite.
Yeah. All right. So it looks like we have Ada on Tex here, up 2-0, starting off
We
on balcony.
we are arm deep in this Amba, so we could see some shenanigans here right off the bat. I mean, we snuck away with a bug that was visible on screen, in that first spy game. So Who's to say we can't try again here?
Yeah, well, let's see what Ada does. Starting it in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Besides just AI control for a minute here. Well, let's hope that's not actually a minute that we spy control for.
Yeah, still spy control, AI control. Here we go.
Ooh. Okay. RST joins. Yeah, Wheels understandably getting that low light. That's a really awkward redirect there for a player to do.
Look at Yosh taking some passing low light.
What an age we live in.
Looks like a good time for BB here, and that is what Ada will do. It is a white test.
Banana bread.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and we're just kind of getting interrupted there. Even you might have been able to justify even low
Banana
lighting
bread.
her.
Oh, we go for a fake BB. That's
Interesting.
interesting. Maybe we were trying to standing bug. Maybe not.
Yeah, I wonder if we got action pry out there, but yeah, because I mean, yeah, if we did that like maybe half a second later, would have probably worked a little better for us. We are still not flirting here at all. I
Yeah,
notice.
it seems like maybe we're committing now to a sort of a bug, or maybe hoping a sieve shot occurs.
Yeah,
You
I'm
think?
almost wondering if this is going to be a theme here because we have 2 games now with absolutely no. I'm
Yeah.
sure that pattern will break probably when we get into 4 of 8 venues, but for now it's a little concerning.
5 seconds left. What is Ada gonna do here? Surely it's gonna be a crash bug. Looks like it is. The bug comes through. It's a nice wrong arm. Except we path
Yeah,
back into the
but I mean
combo.
that path is just not gonna fly.
Yeah.
Tex will though as we shoot him.
Yeah.
And Yosh does finally get a point on the board there. 2-1, so definitely still a lot to see here.
Yeah. Long match to go. It's nice that Yosh gets on the board there with a nice sniper win. I wonder if that fake BB was action prior. We'll have to ask Ada eventually. But yeah, good sniper game from Yosh, and now we can see what he's got for us on the spy side with Seek down 1-2 in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
And we are again arm deep in an AMBA, this time inside the conversation. So we opt not for the bug though, and pretty understandable as that would have been a pretty egregious kind of animation there.
We pick up our first flirt. It is a green test, and we are in that sweet range. We got 49, so if we hit
Banana
another
bread.
green a little bit closer, we will uh, finish off that flirt. And we also get a green
I
BB,
mean,
so this is shaping up
we
fantastic.
yeah, all we really need to do is just get a little bit closer to our ST here, and just if we can get another green test. I mean, I don't see how Ada has a reasonable shot here.
Yeah, it's that coveted 3 green balcony game. It's very, very hard to shoot for. But Yash does have to kind of probably move away and come back so he can get that 51%.
Yeah, I don't like that we're standing here with our cooldown gone.
Yep.
Yeah, we take that flirt. It is only a white, so it wouldn't have mattered, but it still is, a little not quite what I think the best course of action would have been there. But
And again, we kind of do need to move. It'll be close, but we did take that flirt with about, we'll have about 5 seconds if we stay here because the flirt cooldown is 45 seconds and we took it
yeah,
at
I was
50.
gonna say
So,
we're gonna have 6 seconds, and that's at minimum if you consider about a second time to flirt. Like that's still 5 seconds of overtime, which is not what you want to see when you're going to be in the middle of a talking animation.
hmm
And this is potentially possible for Ada to suss out here because this is just like one of those games. where yeah, we're talking and it's overtime. That's just us shot. But you know, I think a mistake that can be very easily made on balcony is standing too still because you if you're an AI, at some point you got to say, okay, I'm just going to move. It's a lot easier to just move when the conversation is full and then just move back to rejoin your ST, a couple seconds later while that spot is still the only one open. When you kind of stand still like this, it can really tell that sniper, hey, this person might just be timer flirting the entire game just to like securely get that win or
Yeah.
get that, mission completion.
Yeah, and it was such a great start too. We got exactly what you want to see on the first flirt, anywhere from 49 to 51. But we, like you said, we just didn't move, so we didn't get that chance to finish the game off in three greens. And it was a bit unlucky. We were the only one talking within 10 seconds, really, to start that overtime. So pretty, simple shot from Ada, and he will take the 3-1 lead after two venues. And I think that brings us into Aquarium. Looks like we have some Kane gaming. Always love to see that. Um, so back to
Yep,
Ada
just press
Spy.
escape button. Yeah.
We have Kane on Aquarium in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Looks like we're gonna try and hopefully catch our ST, and we do. It's gonna be a pretty close flirt. 32% with a white. It's definitely not a bad start.
Yeah, not bad at all. I think we're just gonna kind of see what the party wants to do. We'll see if Ada opts the timer flirt or goes in to do something else.
Our ST does leave us for books. You know, even though we have clearly established that video games are better than books, our seduction target believes otherwise.
Yeah, kind of in an innocent conversation here.
Kind of laying low for a bit, which not necessarily a bad game plan if we're kind of just trying to get that flirt out of the way early. We do decide to go for a BB here, which, only two, three out. One of them is an SDA, though.
Looks like
Yeah, this is going to be unfortunate. We've got only us and three others with real BB here.
yeah, it is a great time for a BB in terms of how many guests are out of the conversation circles. However, like you said, that STA is not one of them. So a bit unlucky
Yeah,
there.
Yosh taking some really aggressive lowlights here, and that's, going to punish Ada pretty hard.
Yeah, and
Uh,
that's the second time this set we've seen low lights for fake BB. I wonder if that's any sort of prep to see maybe Yash determine that Ada doesn't fake very much, but we did see a fake on balcony, which it's obviously there's only one conversation circle, so that one doesn't mean much. But we'll see how that interaction takes place going forward, and see if Ada ever fakes.
and I really don't think it helps. I don't think Ada's being very respectful of Yosh's sniping here with some of these conversations. Just kind of, walking away mid talk with or mid flirt with our ST, and then kind of slamming halfway into Seek over on the other convo.
Mhm.
These are the kind of things that, maybe don't get noticed all the time, but they definitely can get noticed. And, if you're going to be like, not necessarily respectful of the sniper on that etiquette level, it can punish you really hard later on.
Yeah. So looks
If
like
you just
we're
go
gonna
to
pick up a
bar here,
delegate here. Ada's probably thinking, two missions left, about a minute. Probably send someone to bar and maybe get a bug. We still have that shark to play with.
yeah, that is looking like the dream, and we are kind of getting a setup for it.
Yeah, looks like
But that Amba's going to walk right by us a bit too early there.
yeah. So we do send Queen to bar behind the shark, and Queen is a low light, so it might be a little difficult to realize that the list has been gone. But we'll see what Yash's response is now.
Uh, I was gonna say Keel almost kind of covered it up there, but I think Yeah, double check and make sure that list is gone. I think.
Oh, we go for the bug. We get it.
Well,
It
that
is
is
fairly
going
on
to be a bug
screen.
right in the middle. Yeah,
Yeah.
bit
Uh,
unfortunate. I'm guessing Ada meant to do the other arm there, to just kind of try and hide it at least a little bit.
yeah. You definitely want to go with that cane arm there, but did it a little bit too early. Um, yeah, it's a good shot by Yosh. Like you said, those kind of aggressive lowlights make it a bit
Banana
easier
bread.
to watch the party and keep your, your head on your shoulders for those chaotic final seconds of the game. So Yosh sees the bug and takes a nice shot, and he's looking to get a spy win here on Aqua to tie it up.
Yeah, definitely. Seeing how that game kind of ended, um, that's 2 games in a row for Ada that kind of get really low on time, and then we go for kind of a desperation crash bug. It's getting me a little concerned for the pacing a little bit. Just kind of didn't feel like we had a clear idea of what our fourth mission was going to be there, and I think we kind of suffered for it. But
Definitely.
yeah, we've got Yash going on for the back half of Aqua here as Duke. And, yeah, hopefully going to turn this into a sweep and bring it back up tied in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Yeah, looks like we got Duke here, and I can't say I'm hoping for a spy win because we just had Kane, and Kane got shot, and now we're on Duke, and Duke cannot get a mission win because we can't be proving that Duke is better than Kane in any way. Um,
Yeah, I was gonna say, Rob really just he has too much power as is. We
yeah,
let him know that Duke is good. That's too much.
exactly. So we'll see what Yash has to say about that. Looks like we start on
Yeah,
statues, which is a good start against Ada because Ada
yeah.
does not highlight for it
I was
on
gonna
the
say,
first
and then
go.
we get cozy with the Emba and our ST here. Could try for a bug with the cover, but we don't go for it. And I think that's a bit unfortunate because I feel like we could very easily just. Oh no, we do go for it on the return.
We go for it. Hard to tell
And
exactly how much of it was
I
visible with the shark replay.
think with the delay and the fact that Ada didn't react at all to it or even like highlight us, I'm guessing it was just covered. So
Yeah.
we almost definitely have some form of bug credit here, but ooh, stealth highlight. That
Yeah, we get the
is
stealth highlight, which is never a good sign. Ada definitely has credited the bug. But we do pick up our second
yeah.
flirt, and we're just a flirt, contact, and inspect away from being in Mission Win Countdown.
We may even have a silent game here. I would not hate a silent game and a shark walk off of those lower statues.
I would not either. We'll see if Yash has that in
I
mind.
was gonna say, yeah. The question is, will Yosh be bold enough to make such a move? No, we're just gonna go straight to top left statues. We could still go for some form of a swap. Hit a green and have it covered by. Oh, we sure do. And that's hopefully gonna get covered by Keel on the way back while we get that last flirt. Yeah, Boots is walking up. Oh, but we have a middle shark. This may be watched. And
Yeah,
Smallman walks away to that statue. Oh dear.
that is very unfortunate. Doesn't look
Yeah,
like
now
there's
we.
much notice of the swap here. Boots does pick up the highlight, so maybe he is just noticing it now.
Yeah, I think we've noticed it. I wonder if it is not fully sure who could have green swapped there. And our ST goes away to books. Yee, this is really not what you want to see. And I don't like that Yasha's kind of moving to a closer conversation.
Banana bread.
Um, oh wow,
Gosh,
does get the fig and still
BBs.
gets shot.
Yeah, Boots is out of combo, so Ada
Oh Yeah, that's
Yeah, you can't be there if the
yeah, I was
person
gonna
that
say you
swaps for
I'm
you is
red.
out. Um,
yep.
you just got to get the flirt. You still had a lot of time to do it. You just got to find a way to your seduction target. Maybe it would have been shot. I don't you know want to downplay Aiden anyway. He definitely could notice that we've been next to Smallman for two talks, but yeah, you definitely got to go for the flirt there.
Yeah, I think that was just a little too aggressive of a move there. Um, which is a really unfortunate because that was, a really strong potential for a game there. Um, just yeah, unfortunate. But we do get to, stick it to the man and say no Duke win for Roth. So
Yeah.
I think I think we even it out there.
Yeah. So it looks
We
like
are
Ada is going
yeah.
to emerge up 4-2 before we come back to pub. However, this is not 3 of 7. This is 3 of 5 with no inspect and no swap. So pretty interesting setup. Not one that I certainly have experience with. But we'll see how it goes. We have we have Yash as rocker, um, as spy in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Yeah, this is a little interesting. You kind of just say no statues at all after, the last set of pub you had to finish with statues because you didn't flirt at all. So it's kind of I'm interested to see where Ada decides to take the plan this time.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked with something simple like a just a purloin contact flirt. Um, since those that's a pretty different win from the last set, but I'm just kind of idling.
Yeah. Um, looks like
Just
looks like Josh might be taking bar highlights here, which makes a lot of sense given that statues are turned off. However, he didn't
yeah,
highlight tech, so I don't know what's going on. We'll see. But yeah, no mission progress here to start. A bit unfortunate, but we have seen not not many flirts being completed this set, so it's kind of a theme we got going on here.
yeah. This is a really concerning start. I mean, at what point do you kind of just say, okay, I need to get a flirt, and therefore I'm gonna join Queen at Bar or something? We do get a green for 40%, so we're still in that kind of three flirt like safe range,
Hmm.
but it's still we're gonna need to see a bit of a pickup in pace soon.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna leave as soon as that cooldown goes down. We rejoin on the opposite side of the convo. We hit a white for another 23%, and we will need a green now. We are outside of that range where a white test at any range is safe.
Yeah, and since statues are off, we can't rely on just BBing and maybe a sniper shoot somebody that's been to statues. The Yash has good control over the bug. He sees that there's no purloin, so there's really nothing to shoot for besides fingerprints. There have been
Yeah.
fingerprints on the statues at
And
bar,
we
so maybe
do get one of those fingerprints right there on that statue. Hit a difficult too.
yeah, that is very nice. There are a lot of people with fingerprints, so maybe Yash is getting a bit concerned about that, but with no BB, there's definitely nothing to be concerned about.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Queen got shot here.
That's we pick up a dead case. That's kind of just giving us a little extra suspicion here. We join the convo. We pretty much have to hit this
Banana bread.
green flare, and we accidentally give ourselves a real BB when we don't. But it gives our ST a bullet instead.
Yeah, Queen being very active, taking some very suspicious paths. I remember one at the
Yeah,
beginning.
multiple briefcases.
Yeah, two briefcases, and Queen went, right from bar into windows. Maybe Yosh thought they were flirting, and then they kind of went up and hugged the Amba once on the statue. So probably just a multitude of reasons. Yosh worried about fingerprint and maybe some behavioral reasons, but looks like Ada is going to be rewarded for the idling and go up 5-2.
Yeah, it almost makes you wonder what the kind of thought process was there. Because I mean, Irish was an SDA, so there's no real way to guarantee in your mind that this is going to like frame Queen here, unless like you've done the whole, oh well, the DA's been in conversation with everyone except for Queen, which I don't think happened. Like, and if it did, that's an incredible thing to keep track of and like logic out.
Hmm.
But either way, Yosh, uh, trying to keep from falling even further behind here, as Alice in 3, 2, 1, playing it. A little bit of control, nothing wrong with that too early on, especially with 3.5 minutes. Gonna
Yeah,
put us right next to the Emba though. Looks like Yash is gonna just kind of linger here, hoping that maybe we can get that briefcase, maybe. But Emma decides to go to statues and take a little bit too long for us to stick around,
yeah.
opting for the bar instead.
Looks like we're gonna pick up the delegate. There are multiple fingerprints available. Looks like we're gonna go in here with the DA and the seduction target, so lots of room for mission progress in this conversation. We'll start with the banana bread. It's gonna be a white
Banana bread.
test. There's gonna be one available low light. Um,
Which it gets, but
yep.
you know, only one person who has fake here that's like not a low light. So overall, not a bad BB. We
Yeah,
get that first flirt for 51%.
yeah, nice. This
And
is
I
this is a
mean,
great start from Yash.
we are literally just over halfway there. It's we do have to get either a fingerprint or a hardtail by still, but with this many suspects still in after the BB, that's a pretty nice thing to have in pub. And if we get a little bit of a bar rush, we can easily take advantage of that and get a purloin in.
Yeah, it looked like Ada's fiddling with the highlight of Twin, who is the only highlight. However, Ada, I'm sure, knows that Twin does not have contact. So we'll see what Yash wants to do. We do need another green flirt and a third mission, so we'll see what he opts for here. Looks like he's gonna go
Decides
in
to,
flirt.
yeah, it's for the drink. There, we're waiting a very respectful amount of time at this point. We do get that second green though, and that is 2 missions done. Bug a
Yeah,
purloin or 2 prints down to under a minute means those prints are probably not an
Banana
option
bread.
anymore.
yeah, it looks like we go for a fake BB, which does give one more low light. However, it does put Twin back in the uh, real banana bread conversation, but it doesn't look like
Yeah,
Ada wants to shoot for
and
anything.
Ada did not take that one low light on teal there. And it's kind of an interesting play there because there's kind of the theory that like whenever you have two BBs, the second one's always the real one. Um, but we just decided to take a purloin directly and frame RST, and it works. So pub hates love, I guess.
Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and frame wheels here and act like he delegated to us. I believe it might have been too late.
Banana bread.
Technically, I think it might have expired, but that's a great play from Yosh, and Ada doesn't recognize it, and Ada shoots wheels. So that's a tremendous frame from Yosh here. I really like this game from Yosh.
Yeah, I was gonna say that would have been about 20 seconds expired by the time we got there. But still, I mean, all that matters at that point is, you got your sniper to shoot someone else, so that's the point, regardless. Keeping it even at least, uh, as we go into Tayen
Yeah.
with
So we got Ada back on the spy side here on Sorry, which is a tremendous pick for Tayen, might I add.
absolutely,
Um,
yeah. I mean, um, this is just one of those venues that it's really like those slow characters. I mean, Pearls is a little bit harder because you are natural highlight, but sorry, it's you're a little bit faster than Pearls, and while you're still very slow, Tan is absolutely by far one of the most mission dense venues, and so
oh
it's
yeah.
just it's not a problem at all.
Yeah, and we'll see what Ada has in store for us. As Sorry in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Yeah. And the thing is, though, like in turn, because well, hold on, we've got
We
a
just
white
white
purloin
purloin
immediately, and we're just gonna gulp this drink. Yeah,
and
just
a
get rid of
goal.
it, pretend nothing happened, and move on. And that's what you
Yeah,
do.
it looks like Yash is focused on the statues and is looking at Smallman right now and doesn't see the purloin yet.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're suspected for this at all, which is a little bit counterintuitive to the point I was going to make earlier of being sorry because she's so good for this. Maybe that's like some kind of Yomi pick of like uh she is good, so like why not pick her and therefore is more suspicious. But you know,
Yeah,
who
and we
cares
get the
about
low
that when
light.
you just spam a purloin and get low lit for it?
Yeah, really gonna be
We've got
really
a bug.
hard
I
for
mean,
Ada to lose this game with two hardtails done, still 2 minutes to go.
and a low light. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
what?
And we're just going for the print here, but you don't get it. Which I mean is fine. We could honestly just rush flirt and a contact here.
Yeah, you gotta
I mean,
think that
Eddie, yeah.
after a white purloin and a bug, Ada might have a good idea that he's either low lit or at least really in the driver's seat to win this game. So I don't think that he's gonna be messing around with timing out at all.
Yeah, and I mean, like, not that Ada knows this, but when you're one of like three lowlights on this venue, it probably means you're pretty safe to say you're not being paid attention to, like, at all.
Yeah, and we do get that green flirt, so we can finish that up with one more if we're lucky.
Yep.
You know, this is one of those
And
maps, not it's not too bad, but the DA can stay out of combo for a good bit. So we're gonna make sure that we pick that up. But the SDA is out, so the DA can go to either one, and the DA lands in the opposite one. So looks like we're gonna go over here to take the contact.
now, yeah, we just kind of need our. Yeah, we really need to make sure that we just do get to a finish here, because one of the hardest things, and we get shut. Oh no, that's an unfortunate walk away.
Yeah.
This is getting a little concerning now, Furita. You've got both your ST and your DA out. Yeah, and we're gonna go for a timeout. That's pretty understandable.
Yep.
It's
Makes
gonna
sense.
give us slow beeps, but I mean, I don't think we're even paid attention to for this, so I think it'll be okay. As long as either of the two people that we need to be in conversation decide to actually land in the next minute. I mean, at this point, like, I would even consider just slamming that book into green. Doesn't matter because General does get shot here for going for that case.
Yeah. And and it was right after a watch check. I don't know if Yosh was a little bit messed up on the time ad there, but yeah, looks like General just gets shot, and we're awarded the spy win one way or another after that insane start.
Yeah, I mean, that's I mean, that's just, I don't know what else to say about the game. It's just kind of it's one of those games that just will happen. You get an early low light for tell and just kind of walk away with it one way or another.
Yeah, we had Smallman doing some shenanigans up near the ambassador at statues at the start of the game, which I guess gave Ada sort of the sniper's blind spot to White Purloin in the back. So sometimes that stuff happens, and good on Ada. So we're gonna move on to Yash's attempt at a KN spy game here. We have Ada up 6-3. So
This is a must win if you want to at least tie if you're Josh. But for Ada, this does actually mean no matter what, I believe, because of the game difference tiebreak, Ada is guaranteed second from this point forward. So these last three games are actually no stakes at this point, other than for
yeah,
bragging rights.
yeah, that I think you're right. Looks like, yeah, he does have that game differential over Jay Scarney, so a tie does put him in a clear second. And but let's see what Yash still has in store for us. Maybe a comeback here. Starting off as Salmon on Tayen in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Yeah, we've got yet again. We're letting the AI take us where to go, and where to go is with our seduction target. We do get that first flirt off for 34% with a white.
Yeah, it seems Yash has been opting a lot for the AI control for the first few seconds, but taking us to some interesting places. A statue visit, some STs at books. I love it. So we do get that first alert. We're gonna take the green book out and move to this briefcase. I think it is gonna be a difficult print. Um, we don't hit it, unfortunately, and we're gonna put
Yeah,
the face down. We still have that green book in hand, so maybe we're gonna put it back in blue, but we'll see.
just gonna go for that second flirt there. Pretty understandable move. Uh, doesn't look like we at least got much heat at all for that briefcase, at least. We will see, though, when we go for a second print, if we do. Um, I mean, or we won't, because Ada is a notorious non-lighter.
We go
Banana
for the
bread.
BB here. Unfortunately, Smallman, who is at center statues, is out, which does sort of, you know, stink. we
Yeah,
lo- we
I
love we
mean,
love Smallman.
oh,
Oh,
that is
we go for
a
the wrong arm,
long arm of all time.
and it does not
It
land a little
doesn't
bit
even
too early.
take, and that's unfortunate. If that could have taken, that would have been a really strong bug to pull there.
It would.
And now all that time we spent on that book kind of gone to waste.
Banana bread.
Got a fake BB. Doesn't change much other than that Kane is now a low light. Lots of fake BBs this set from Yosh.
Yeah, and we get highlight, I think, because now we have BB with both, and potentially because we looked like we could have been trying some shenanigans with to us.
Yeah, I think we definitely have a bud credit. Um, so in Ada's mind, you know, we are one fingerprint away if he's on top of things
And
from
actually,
finishing.
I
Yeah, technically with
actually
the
that
difficult that we
drink
missed.
was fingerprintable, so we actually have prints. It could have been a highlight for print.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, if we hit that green and that bug took, we would actually be finishing this game right now,
yeah.
which
Very
is
very fine
really a
margins.
bummer for Yosh, honestly, because now, I mean, we are the lone highlight. It's really just not looking like we have a safe way to finish here or an alternative shot.
Looks like we go for the pearl,
Yeah,
and
we
it's
go
a
a bunch of.
red test. And we're gonna get
Yeah,
shot.
we get flash shot as we take the drink,
Yeah.
and that's gonna be a shot. Yeah, just Ada not having any of that.
That is one of those moments where you feel like, those classic games where you flirt, and if it's a green, then you'd be admission win countdown, and it's a white, but you don't get shot. And so you think that, oh, if I just hit a green, then I would have won the game. This is sort of similar in the sense that if we hit that difficult print, we had print, and then this bug almost took, very close to taking. So almost a really good spy game from Yosh. Just some margins that didn't go our way. So Ada will secure the victory in this game. Is up 7-3.
Yeah, and now at this point, it is truly all for honor and not for points. Uh, and Ada is going to be on courtyard as Seek, just
Yep.
to see if he can bring that lead out even more. Starting in 3, 2, 1, playing it. It looks like we might have thought about going for a chaos. Instead, we are NASCAR here, taking a lap around. Get that first white flirt for a very cheesy 34%. We just walk away immediately.
Yeah, we are gonna bail, which I think is very strong on courtyard. This is a map that having flirt done early is very advantageous for you to start, looking for angles to finish. But we're gonna pick up the second flirt. Oh, we're not. The
No.
the seduction target bails on us, unfortunately.
Actually, we hit a red test there.
Oh, yeah,
So,
you're right. And we get a highlight. Oh, back to neutral
and
light.
a neutral light. I think we accidentally got highlight through the bushes, which that would have been funny if we got that highlight and then forgot to neutral light.
Yeah, this looks like Ada's quick start is slowing down here after that red flirt. We'll see what he wants to do. Not much going for us here. We could take a bug on the way out. We don't.
Oh,
Um,
we just decided to take the path for it, and we get a semi-stealth highlight for it.
yeah, seems like Yosh has definitely seen something that he doesn't like out of Ada here. We do pick up the second flirt. It is a green, which will bring us up to 85. So we'll be nice and dandy for one more flirt.
And I mean, RST is like really active here. I mean, even with the red test, just kind of bouncing around like every 10 seconds or so.
Yeah, it's like we opt for statues now. Still need another flare to contact and a fourth mission if we do not elect to swap, but we do, and it is a green test. So
See, now this is a little scary because we're doing this and we don't have our STNDA in the same conversation.
yeah, we go to another
And
statue on the other side, trying to draw attention away from the statue being swapped. However, Yash does
yeah, but
see
I
it.
mean,
Yash sees it, takes Sorry back
decides
up
to
from a low light,
highlights.
Banana bread.
takes
I
the
mean,
BB.
sorry. Yeah, sorry's out. We have to shoot Seek here, surely.
We
Shoots
should
Tex.
Tex. Wow.
Oh, misremembering who was at the statue for that swap, I think. That is really unfortunate.
Yeah. Yash obviously not trusting his memory because he brought up the swapper from a low light to a highlight, and I guess did not remember who was at that statue previously. Tex actually hadn't been to statues in
He
a
had
in a
been to
long
statues.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tex was at statue at 3 minutes. So I think Yash just got a little bit panicked there, as we could see with bringing Sorry all the way back up. But yeah, Ada puts together a nice game, sort of in the scramble time, and is up 8-3.
Yeah. Trying to see here. Yeah, it does look like Tex actually was at that statue, but I mean, That's like a world record swap delay if you get that off as text.
Yeah.
But
Well, we are moving on to our last game of the set here. Yosh playing for his dignity with a great choice, I might add, Kane Gaming. Surely this will be a spy win, of course. But yeah, let's see what Yosh has in store for us in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
I mean, Kane Gaming, your ST's Teal / Rachel / mom / like probably 4 other names.
Who is? Oh, I was confused when you said Rachel. I've never heard Rachel.
That I was gonna say that's who Yosh calls Teal
Oh,
most
really?
of the
That's
time.
funny.
Yeah.
I thought he calls her mom. I don't know. I'm not up to date on the teal
I
lore.
was gonna say, yeah. Who
It's so
is
it's so
uh
expensive.
I
Banana bread.
mean, lore is such a minor detail. I mean, Irish, who did just take that low light. Like,
Another
she's
fake from Yash.
technically Mediterranean, apparently. And yeah, it's a fake that we can get credited for too, which is a bit
Yeah,
concerning.
fortunately we are in with the SDA, but a lot of people had reels, so I don't think that Ada's quite gonna remember exactly who has it, but we do need it eventually, so I'm sure we will take a reel.
Yeah.
Into statues here, gonna pick up our highlight. Unfortunately, we are the only person that can be the spy that has statues. Irish was low lit from the fake.
Yeah. I mean, our first bit of mission progress at all being statues this late in is pretty concerning. Like, I feel like I would want to see some soft tail progress before we go for this. Um, because now, we have this highlight, and now, like, Ada will get to build more sort of portfolio of suspicion for us as we do the soft tails. I mean, if we do them, we've just kind of moved to an innocent convo here.
Yeah, we are very behind. Looks like our ST is right next to the ambassador, so we could sort of get over there and maybe. Oh, but the ambassador leaves, so yeah, we are
Yeah, I
very
mean, we
behind
didn't even
here.
opt to take our BB with the DA there. This is, yeah, this is,
And the unfortunate thing is, it's hard to start thinking about frames here, right? Because we have statue credit and we have real credit. So if we try to swap or if we try to swap or take the Purloin for another statue goer, we have just as many
oh,
missions as them.
and we are too far out of the circle there. That's only 45% on that green. We'll need 2 more flirts. Like, and
Yeah.
you're gonna barely be able to do those with, like, immediately bailing and coming back as soon as the cooldown's done.
Yeah, finishing is
So, I
definitely out
mean,
of the equation here unless we go for a time ad, but we'll see what Yosh wants to do.
yeah, I mean, well, we've got Ambo right here with us. Uh, yeah, I think we're really just
Oh,
Banana bread.
going for
Twin
Despers.
gets
And
shot!
I mean, yeah, wow, just a shot at a twin. I'm not really sure.
Looks like
Yeah, it looks
his
like some
looks like
fingerprints.
briefcase. Yeah. Wow.
Let me see. Trying to see where that first print was.
Wow. So yeah, looks like Twin finishes fingerprints one way or the other, and Ada takes the shot for it. Does he finish fingerprints?
Trying to see what statues is.
Yeah, like his first print is on the briefcase at 130. Um, and then he gets the second one there with just
Oh,
a few
yep.
seconds left in the game. Yeah. So
Yeah,
Ada thinks,
wow. That is, yep. That's a
yeah,
fair
bit of
shot. I
a
mean,
bit of a bailout there from Yash.
yeah, and that is going to end our first set, bringing our final total to 8-4 in favor of Ada.
Yeah, and it is
So,
interesting that we were in the middle of a white contact when Twin got shot. So if that was a green, Ada would
yeah,
have
I was gonna
surely
say
low lit Twin
just
immediately.
one of those good old shoot and then just hear the banana bread clip after you've shot as they're walking. really
Yeah.
sells the game result there.
Yeah, that one is
Um,
always a bummer for sure.
but
But
yeah,
yeah,
that is going to um, set up our final results for Comet there with a pretty clear Lagorv, Ada, Jay Scarney, Banana Bread, and then Yosh, unfortunately not going to make it to groups, as we already knew.
yep.
And
Um,
we will see how they get paired up with other people in
yeah, it was an
the
interesting set.
coming draft. Yeah.
Lots of civ shots. And I with a match that was at the end of group stage, it was their last match. You don't expect too many civ shots, You don't you expect people to be, quite warmed up, quite on top of things, but there were some good games. Yash had a good frame on pub. But other than that, like the civ shots, like these AIs were just doing a lot of missions, so sometimes it happens that way.
Yep. Right. That is the way sometimes. But either way, that is going to close out our first set here. Um, and we will be back briefly in about 3 to 5 minutes to have a short little intermission. And
Yeah,
we will be back with our second match.
yeah, we have AJ to Best and Blood Red Yeti coming up in a few minutes.